Welcome, everyone, to another episode, video of the Mic Drop, the podcast by comedians with comedians about stand-up comedy. My name is Randy. Say hello to the co-host, The Rev.
What's up, yeah?
How you doing, Rev?
I'm cool. How about yourself?
You having a good weekend?
Yeah, I'm all right.
It's getting better.
I don't know about that. I'm glad we got Christmas music.
Christmas music up on Main Street, yep.
No, not on Main Street, just on the radio.
Just regular.
I've been listening to it since last week.
Oh, you're jolly, huh?
I wouldn't say jolly. I'm just saying maybe a little festive. I'm getting there.
Well, let's say hello to our guest, who looks like Santa Claus were a crust punk. Everybody say hi to David Grant.
Oh, man, I look like Santa Claus if he lived in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, no, for sure, yeah.
I really want to thank you for taking time off from being a roadie for Weezer to be here today.
Man, you know, yeah, Randy, you look like you get paid to clean in the nude by old gay men. That's what.
He knows you.
What is this? Is this like a homeless chic? Is that the look you got?
Dude, I crawled right out of bed. You know what I mean? Came right down here.
I see you got that Rage Against the Machine T-shirt on. I like that.
That's right. I have not bought clothes since high school. You're right. That's yeah.
I like
This shirt probably is 20 years old. I don't,
It's in good shape though.
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
He also has that like middle school science teacher vibe happening.
Right.
The cool kind that would smoke with you in the bathroom.
Well, he's the one that gives the kids the weed. That's him right there.
That's right. That's how they get it. They find it. Yeah. They come to me.
I didn't get any.
You didn't ask. I've got weed if you'd like some.
So your social media handle is David Grant Needs Help.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Why does David Grant need help?
Well, I don't know if you read my bio, you know what I mean? But like, I do need help. I'm not good with the social media stuff. I'm not good with like the, creating content or any of that kind of stuff. And it was honestly like, Craig Paul kind of gave me that name because he was like, it's impossible to find you. Nobody knows who you are and all this other stuff. He's like, you need a good. So we were like workshopped it and he was like, David Grant needs help. And I was like, I'm going to take that one. Yeah. So that was, but yeah, I need as much help as anybody else does,
Well, you have help. You have a really good reputation. You've been taking over the Church of Satire open mic on Monday nights. And 100% of the people who have been doing that mic for a long time have said, it's really great now that David is running it.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Yeah.
Everybody is saying that. And you always have a special guest host to host with you. You give those opportunities. And I will say you were out a few weeks ago because you were sick. You had a guy.
Who did I have fill in for me? I had Matt Blank in.
Was it Matt? Okay.
Yeah.
I got his name wrong. He did a really good job.
Dude, Matt's great, dude.
Yeah, Matt's funny.
Yeah, I like Matt a lot. Yeah,
and he was professional. He kept it rolling.
Yep, that's what he does, man. He's a total pro. Yeah, he's out of Lancaster. He goes to POV a lot. He doesn't come to our mic a lot. So, but he does a lot of weekend shows at church and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's he's like one of those guys you can count on.
First time I met Matt, he was dressed up like Optimus Prime. He was funny, isn't it?
He looks like Optimus Prime a little bit. Yeah, no, even without the makeup and stuff,
Yeah, he had a cooler full of beer and everything. I'm like, God,
dude.
Damn,
no, when he comes to town, dude, it's always a lot of fun. We always have a good time with Matt.
He's a cool dude. Yeah, man.
Was it Halloween or was he just dressed up that way?
No, it was Halloween, but I'm sure he dresses up that way too.
Yeah.
That's cool. He's a party dude.
Yeah. So, are you dating anybody? How's your love life?
No, not dating. Don't really have a love life.
You had a gothic girlfriend though, didn't you?
I did, yeah, some years ago, maybe 2 years ago. I'm going to be talking about that until my first special. I was not my first time, you know what I mean? I'd gained some knowledge and, it was fun, but, we split up maybe a year ago, a little bit over a year ago. So I don't use the apps anymore. You know what I mean? What I like to do is I like to use Facebook Marketplace. That's how I meet ladies. Yeah, you go in there, you find somebody that's selling an engagement ring. You dig a little deeper, and you're like, oh, shit, you're selling an engagement ring and a four-wheeler?
Right.
What's up, Barbara?
So she's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I'm not dating. It's honestly, it's kind of hard because you wind up hanging out at open mics, and I kind of like think of the people at open. Like, you guys are all my coworkers. You know what I mean? So I haven't dated any comics. I haven't done any of that, and like, that's where I'm at.
Right.
So yeah, and like I'm not like a person that women are like, hey, I got to meet that guy. You know what I mean? So
I've noticed there really aren't comedy groupies.
There are a couple I'm aware of, but it's not really here. You know what I mean? Like there's a few here, but they're not. Yeah.
It's not like being in a band.
No, it's not like, well, I was in a band too, and I never got laid then either. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they exist, not locally.
Well, I heard you say you've gained some knowledge. Did you gain knowledge from the Gothic chick?
Well, I mean, yeah, about Gothic chicks. Like, I was gonna, like, you know, like for instance, like you see one and you think like, oh shit, they're so hot. You know what I mean? And they are, but you know, there's a 90% chance her house is going to smell like 1,000 cats. You know what I mean? Right. And you might see one and you'll be like, you know, she's got a bunch of cool tattoos. You know what I mean? I bet she knows a bunch about. I bet she knows a bunch of cool tattoo artists or creative people and shit like that. And you'd be right, they will, but you got to figure out which ones are your new Eskimo brothers and sisters. Yeah, that's.
Can you find that on Marketplace?
You can, well, if you look hard enough, you can find anything on Marketplace, buddy. Let me tell you.
I saw a guy who shops for. He finds women by looking for women who are selling their wedding dresses, and he said you can sort it by size.
Yeah, but that's size from 12 years ago. That's the other thing. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
right.
Yeah,
That could be deceiving.
it's very deceiving. Yeah, for sure.
Interesting. So you're not dating anybody. What type of girl do you like?
Man, I don't know.
The tattoos, the toxic,
No
high
more,
maintenance.
No more toxic girls. No more high maintenance girls.
Wait, why? Why?
No.
How did you learn your lesson?
Oh, I'm 40. I've learned so many lessons over and over and over again.
Yeah, but they're still fun.
Yeah, it's fun, but I'm old now, man. You know, like I want to.
He's old.
I want a lady that like we're gonna buy a house and do a thing, and like I'm tired of all the running around and chasing girls, and I just don't do it anymore. You know what I mean?
Bailing them out.
Yeah.
Going to court with them.
Oh my God.
Hiring attorneys.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. You know, I'm not doing any of it. I gave one girl $250 to get her cat cremated. You know what I mean? Never got the money back. You know what I mean? I'm like, we're never doing it again. You know what I mean?
Did she actually get it cremated?
I don't fucking know, man. She probably bought drugs. I don't.
There was no funeral, no nothing, right?
She sent me a picture.
Oh my God!
But she could have
of
been
somebody's ashes.
Yeah, I know, right? For
That's crazy.
I have no idea,
Her ashtray.
You know, here it is. It's twinkles,
dude. Yeah, no, I need a girl that's gonna be honest, because you can tell me to do anything. Like if you're my girl, you'd be like, I need $250 for my cat, and I'm gonna be like, here it is. You know what I mean? Like.
So you're gonna get groupies now. So
no, well, you know what? Can we take this part out of the episode? Is that okay with you?
Why? This is better than any dating app now.
Oh my God!
Just post all your likes and dislikes right now. And
oh my God! Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just looking for a super solid chick. That's what I want. I want, you know, a chick that's gonna be there, is gonna understand that I gotta go to open mics, and I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? I need somebody that's like gonna understand that, like, I'm gonna be just like their dad. I'm not gonna be around a lot. You know what I mean? You know,
that's gonna be easy to find. Yeah, because I met a girl one time and she said she had a daddy kink.
Oh, right.
So I told her I was going out for cigarettes and coffee and just never came back.
Right. No, that's right. Yeah.
I saw her 20 years later and she was like, "You're really good at this." So that's seduction right there.
No, that's right. Yeah,
game.
it's the long game. Yeah. 100%.
How about your dad? Do you get along with your dad?
Dude, I love my dad. We didn't get along when I was younger, man, but like, you know, we kind of, you know, I think this probably happens. I don't know about you guys, if you guys get along with your fathers, but no.
Wait,
I think Randy was my father. He's gone. He's been gone.
Yeah, mine died when I was
MIA.
Mine died when I was 17, so we don't really talk anymore.
Oh wow, yeah, no, we had a lot of issues when I was younger, but you know, I don't know what exactly changed, but we just became really good friends, and yeah, we hang out a lot and stuff like that. And he cracks me up, man. He says and does some of the funniest shit, and like, it doesn't because my sense of humor is weird and different, Like for instance, I haven't done this story yet. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Right. We were at the beach and like something happened and the kids, it's like a big family trip. Right. And like the kids were upset and dad was upset and I'm down at the beach and I'm 12 beers in, you know what I mean? At noon, I'm walking up for a sandwich and I come up to the house and the kids are crying and they're like, fucking Poppy did this or whatever. And I'm like, I go back to talk to dad and he's in his room and he's real sullen and shit. And he's like, fucking kids are ruining my vacation, David, and blah, blah, blah. So I come back out there, you know what I mean? And I come back out there and I'm like, I tell the kids, I'm like, hey, look, you guys need to quit fucking around. It's vacation. You know what I mean? Like, we're not doing politics. We're not doing any of this. We're having a good time. And then he comes back out. Now the whole family is gathered, right? Like, there's 12 or 14 of us. And he said something upset the kids. And he's like, I've been under a lot of stress lately. And then this thing happened and that thing happened. And then he drops this family bombshell, which I don't want to exactly drop it right now. But it becomes like a real family moment, right? And everybody's crying together and stuff like that. And I'm in the kitchen laughing because I'm trying to hold it in because I'm like, this motherfucker, this is like a masterclass on not taking responsibility. And he didn't apologize for anything. You know what I mean? He just was like, oh, this shit's bothering me, whatever. And then everybody's crying and now it's a family moment and he had to take no responsibility. And it was fucking hilarious to me. You know what I mean? Like,
so he did this monologue that broke vacation.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. And then brought it all right back. It was amazing. Yeah, he's a great dude. Yeah. And I do that bit about, the XY chromosomes or whatever. He really got super excited about that women's Olympic boxing thing. And he was like, he starts saying words. He's like, you got XY chromosomes. I'm like, you don't know what that fucking means, dude. Like,
is he super conservative or?
He's pretty conservative. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the first time I saw you was at it was that show we were watching at River Downs.
Oh yeah,
and that was a really good show.
That was a fun show.
They introduced you. Do you remember what your intro was?
Mm-mm.
Over and over again, they kept saying, "We want to clarify he's not Jewish." They kept saying that. Now I know in Carroll County that's a good thing to clarify to put everybody at ease,
right?
Because you're in the sticks here, but. Are you or are you not?
I'm not. No, that's just. I think it's a thing that Chris Wolf thinks is very, very funny. Yeah, and he just keeps saying it. But
Chris Hitler.
Yeah, Chris Hitler Wolf. Yes. Well, and then Jeff King, he goes after too a little bit. He says like you're passing, and I'm like not enough for my ex-girlfriend's grandma. You know what I mean?
Passing what?
Passing Jewish. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I guess they're like you could just say you are.
You don't look Jewish.
That's what they say. I don't know.
Jewish guys don't look like you.
Apparently they do.
What do you mean? You two look alike. I mean, you're not wearing glasses. No, I can see it. No,
I look like I should be banking at Gringotts with the goblins. He would be like the America's sexiest rabbi if he were Jewish. They don't look like him. There's no Jews on the cover of GQ.
Oh man, I don't know. There's probably been a couple. I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe there's quarter like Harrison Ford or something like that.
Harrison Ford. I feel like Bradley Cooper is a little bit Jewish, maybe.
Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper. Yeah, those blue eyes.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, they come from all over, dude. I mean, there's Ethiopian Jews. You know what I mean? Y'all don't like talking about them, but there's.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I mean? People don't know about the Ethiopian Jews.
Oh,
they say they have the Ark of the Covenant down there.
The original.
Yeah, they're the OGs. Yeah.
Huh.
I'm fascinated with the Haile Selassie's whole legacy and his history and everything, but I never understood the Jewish connection.
Oh.
And a lot of reggae bands they make a lot of Jewish references.
Right.
So
Jewish references or Christian references or Islamic references. I mean, they're all kind of the same references. It's, they're all coming out of that same book, right?
Yeah, but what bands are making Jewish references? What reggae bands are you talking about?
Well, I'm hearing about Mount Zion and
okay, all right.
Stuff like that. And I don't know. I can't even balance my own checkbook. I'm not a very good Jew.
Yeah, because Haile Selassie, he was Rastafarian.
But
he wasn't.
Ethiopia.
Yes, absolutely. But I don't know if he claimed to be Jewish. I know he was the Kings of Kings.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know if he was Jewish.
I don't think that either. But what came from that, the whole reggae Jamaican thing. I always hear a lot of Jewish reference. Am I wrong?
Mount Zion, yeah, that's it. But that's the only reference that I can think of. I mean, can you?
No, I can't think of anything else really. I mean, I would have to sit and think about it.
See?
But yeah,
I know Bob Marley actually has a song called "What Zion Train."
Mm-hmm.
Neither one of y'all know that, right?
No, I don't know that one.
Well,
what album was that on?
Conversation's going to stop real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So fucked
Yeah,
up.
I go about as deep as Rebel music, and that's, you know what I mean?
That's deep. How about you? What, Legend?
Yeah. That's about it. And Bunny Marley.
Oh my God, this is where I am.
Bunny Marley. Familiar with Bunny Marley?
Who?
Bunny Marley.
There is no Bunny Marley.
Bunny somebody.
No, it ain't Bunny Marley.
No.
Who did? I think you're wrong.
Prove to me that I'm wrong. It's not Bunny Marley.
Look it up, Jamie.
There is a Bunny Marley, I'm saying.
They may have a bunny named Marley, but there is no Bunny Marley.
No?
No. You talking about that was in that group?
No. Just,
Well, who the Ziggy? I've seen Ziggy, right? Who else?
That's his sons.
Yeah, but there's a couple more sons, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch. Steven, and
Okay.
he's got a bunch of them.
Right.
Bunny Whaler.
Exactly.
That's who I meant.
Bunny
not Riley.
Whaler.
Bunny
Yeah.
Whaler, Peter Tosh.
Did Bunny Whaler do Cool Runnings? Is that who I'm thinking?
No,
Somebody did Cool Runnings with the name Bunny.
that's pretty much like me saying that you two both look Jewish. Same fucking thing.
Oh, man. Well, either way. How did we get here?
I don't know. You asked if I was Jewish, or you said my intro is that like everybody says you're Jewish or something.
Chris Wolf wanted to make sure that you were.
I still haven't found a good way to counter that yet, but he does it over and over and over again. I don't, you know what I mean? It's just,
And Chris is not a Nazi.
oh, right. Well, I could say he is a Nazi, but that would probably not. And he's such a sweet man. I have such a hard time roasting him. You know what I mean? Like, he's one of my favorites.
It's the nice guys you want to roast.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's my roasting kind of came out of like, I think the first time I did it was in Frederick, and like somebody told a pedophile joke, and it just brought the energy of the room down. And I'm like, I have to do something, right? So then, I was like, oh, give it up for so and so. This is their favorite place to perform because it is more than 500 yards from a school. You know what I mean? And it got a huge laugh, and it brought the room back. And I'm like, oh shit, there's a thing there.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Is that
like,
how that started?
Yeah, I was like, that does a thing when somebody dies at an open mic, and you got to bring the energy back. I mean, rather than going up there and trying to do 3 minutes or whatever to get the energy, like just do a quick make fun of this guy joke, and it typically gets a huge pop, and then it brings the energy up.
Yeah, you got to tie it in.
Yeah, yeah, because it does. When you go up there and try to do material after somebody, you just bomb again. You know what I mean? So it's got to be quick too. That's kind of the thing. You know what I mean? Like so and so told me, they're a college professor, but he looks like a guy that knows exactly how to locate and remove a catalytic converter. You know what I mean? Like that. It's quick and it gets the laugh, and then we move on. Yeah, but
that's the missing link in comedy right there.
Right. Yeah.
When it comes to hosting.
Well, see, I'm trying to be a good host. And I do get a lot of hosting spots, and, thankfully, Church of Satire, Jim Bryan, has hooked me up and let me run that open mic up there and stuff. And, I've used it as like a laboratory to like figure out how to do that well and just try to get better at it. And that's why I give the co-hosting spots out. It gives everybody an opportunity to get extra time on the mic and kind of learn, how to watch the show and see where the energy's at, and did it die, and how do I bring it back? And, it all came out of hosting.
Well, let's dive into hosting real quick, because I think that's one of the most important things in comedy. What's the hardest thing about hosting? For you?
Everything about hosting is hard. You gotta stand there the whole time. You gotta watch the entire show. You gotta be thinking about, can I roast this guy when he comes off stage? Should I roast this guy when he comes off stage? Did they crush? Did they not crush? Who's on the list? How did I line it up? You know what I mean? Like, the whole time the whole time I'm running it, I'm there doing that. Whereas like if I'm the feature, you know what I mean? Like I featured for you at church or whatever, I go hang out in the back, I do my set, and then I come back and I chill. You know what I mean? And that's it. And now I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to think about the set before me or after me or how the rest of the thing is going or where the energy is. But I think that's part of the thing that people maybe aren't seeing about hosting is you need to do that. You should be in the showroom as a host. You know what I mean? And watching the show and figuring out how it's going, what they like. Like if somebody's up there doing a bunch of sex stuff and everybody's pulling up, you should be like going in the back and being like, hey, they don't really like the sex stuff. You know what I mean? Let's flip the show.
Yeah, you got to be paying attention out there.
Yeah.
All of those idiosyncrasies and what's going on in the crowd and the audience and things that you can pick up that you could throw right back at them just to tie the whole fucking thing together.
Exactly. No, you're 100% right. And that's hosting is working. Comedy's fun. You know what I mean?
It does work.
You are working.
Don't you also fall on the sword?
Yeah, you have to. It's part of it.
Because you're in front of a cold crowd. So do you have to do more interactive to get everybody involved?
You see, I would like to get more interactive. I'm not, as you know what I mean. I'm not super interactive with the crowd. I've got a couple like canned things, and because there's a few spots in my set where people will holler stuff at me, and like I've gotten used to it, right? So I know they're going to say one of three things. I've got 4 jokes to throw back at you, but I'm not super good like on the fly with folks. You know what I mean? But what was the question? I forgot.
Don't you have to fall on the sword?
Oh, you definitely fall on the sword. Yeah, no, I've gone up and eaten huge sticks with stuff that crushes entire rooms, and that's fine. It's kind of part of the deal. I'm just getting you warmed up, and that's okay.
But you're also doing jokes that in front of people every single week that have already seen it,
right?
And how do you keep that from discouraging you?
Well, I know those jokes are good. You know what I mean? And because I've seen them do well in all sorts of different rooms and all sorts of different situations in front of all sorts of different crowds. So if I go up there and I do, my hot goth girlfriend bit for the 5,000th time and I add one new tag on it, I call that a success. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And if it gets one laugh, I'm going to call that good. You know what I mean? But I also try to make it fresh. I do the Eskimo Brothers bit. Right. And typically there's a couple people that don't get that. So I'm like, oh, don't worry, I'll explain it to you. Right. But if there's somebody there that's not typically there, like a couple weeks ago, Mr. Nick came and he brought his family. So I was like Eskimo Brothers and then nothing. And I'm like, Nick, I'll explain that to you and your family. And then that got a big laugh. You know what I mean? So It's just little stuff, But also I try to bring something new most weeks, even if it's not very good. You know what I mean? Like a couple weeks ago, and this is like a Mo Goldstein joke, but like a couple weeks ago, I was going to visit some family in West Virginia, and I drove past a prison. It was called the North Branch Correctional Institution, and I was like, North Branch Correctional Institution, more like the Mo Goldstein home for the criminally homosexual. You know what I mean? So it's like, and now I'm doing a Mo Goldstein callback, but it got a huge laugh, and then here we go. So it's out of that 4 minutes, one thing worked, and it was enough,
Yeah, he and I need to do a show together.
Dude, most the best. He's so funny. He's just like a walking bit. The kid is always flipping things. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. But the first time I saw you, when I was so impressed, and I thought you would have liked this, when I went to the first open mic at church, he roasted every single comedian. And as you were bringing them down, so they couldn't say anything back.
Right.
They were walking down the steps, and you were like, well, this guy, blah, blah, blah. And then he brought up the next person. Then you didn't roast them, so you brought them down.
Right.
And I just thought that made the whole show much more enjoyable.
The other thing is like these, I've written, they're canned at this point. You know what I mean? I've got a bunch of them. I flip them and change them a little bit, to kind of suit whatever. But I think that's why people don't take them personally, is because they've heard me do it to everybody. I've roasted Quinlan, I've roasted Monahan, I've roasted Ryan Nazer. I will roast everyone, and it's and a couple people gotten upset about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, a few people didn't like it in the moment, but I always go up and talk to them afterward. And I'm like, hey, this isn't a personal thing. I'm just, there's one that people really hate. I'll be like, give it up for so and so, man. This is hard, guys. This is really hard. It's not as hard as he just made it seem. But it's really fucking hard. People hate that one. That's the one that gets me in trouble. Yeah.
It's understandable, but at the same time, they gotta.
But it's a chuckle, and it brings the thing back. But I'll go talk to him after. I'm like, this isn't about you. I'm just making a silly joke to keep the room going.
But they're already in their feelings just because they probably
ate a huge dick. Yes.
So now you kicking them in their ass as they leave the stage.
Well, see, but we have to. It's kind of part of like when something happens in the room, you have to acknowledge it.
You better.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And you'll probably get a laugh off of it. And it's the very same thing. We all know you just died up there, so we should acknowledge it, get rid of that tension.
The elephant in the room.
And then bring it back. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because if I'm in the audience and you didn't address that, I'm mad at you.
Yeah, because we're all thinking about it.
That's right.
Yeah. So let's address it and move on.
Right.
Yeah.
And the next comic needs to be paying attention, because if you didn't touch it, I'm going to.
You really have to.
I have to.
Yeah, because I might not be able to come up with something in that moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is kind of hard sometimes. Yeah.
It's dodgeball, man. Dodge fucking ball.
You're right.
It's so dynamic, isn't it? Like, it's never the same thing twice, is it?
No. Yeah. And you can get caught in that trap too, where you're like, like this stuff works and it's you know, I don't really have to think about it, and we're just going to go up here and have fun. And then you find yourself halfway through a 10-minute set, and you're like, I'm just saying things, and I'm not delivering the lines the way I should. I'm not using my body language. You know what I mean? But you gotta pay attention to the crowd as you're going through, and what do they like and what do they don't like. And you're right, man. It's very dynamic. I think if you're trying to do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really got to think in the moment. He has a very soothing voice, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, not soothing enough for me to date. I mean, I like women. I mean, you say a lot of controversial things right there, Randy. I don't
tell me everything's going to be okay, David.
It's going to be totally fine.
I believe him.
It's going to be good, buddy.
I believe him. Yeah. So, do you have anything to promote? You have any shows coming up?
Yeah, Friday after.
You've been busy.
Actually, I've been kind of taking a little step back. You know, I was busy over the summer, and you know, in the last spring, I was really, really busy. But I've been kind of pulling back a little bit. I do have doing Act Friday, which is the day after it's Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, at Church of Satire. It's a showcase, and my buddy Act dude is hosting that thing. I love that guy. And then December 13th, I think it's a Friday, I'm going to be at Pure Board Shop down there in Annapolis. I got booked on that show, so that'll be fun. And that's kind of really all I've got coming up. You know what I mean?
And of course, the Monday nights and Fat Bat.
Well, of course, every Monday at Church of Satire, you come out to the open mic night. It's a lot of fun up there. And then every third Wednesday now, we're doing the open mic at Fat Bat. So that's
and you host that, put that together too, right?
Well, yeah, that's my mic down there, and Chris Wolf is my co-host eternally, my co-host for that one. Mm-hmm. It would always be his job, but that's so there's I lucked into that one too. I was 4 months into comedy, and they were like, "Hey, you want to do an open mic?" And I'm like, "No."
The venue asked you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, and I was like, "No, I don't want to fucking do that." And then they're like, "You're doing it," and then it happened, you know. Wow. And I was like, I don't want to do this. I was not prepared for it, but
you're glad you did.
Oh yeah, super happy. Yeah, Dave and Sandy are great, and they've been really a lot of help, and you know, with other things and stuff like that. And they give us a great little room downstairs to do mics and stuff. And you know, those have been really fun lately because I'm like, the show's an hour and a half. That's how long the show is. How many comics showed up? 5 of you showed up. What's an hour and a half divided by 5?
Wow.
Because that's how much time you're getting.
They got like 15, 20 minutes.
I've given people 15 minutes.
At an open mic.
At that, I know, dude. It was fucking amazing. Yeah, because we get a good little crowd. It's normally equal numbers comics to audience, and sometimes it's even more. Like one time, it was just Tommy Lutz and I. It was it.
You let Tommy headline?
Oh yeah. No, yeah, Tommy went up, and I didn't light him. I just, go on, buddy. You know what I mean? And then I afterward went up and did another 10 minutes or whatever, but yeah.
Did you see what he dressed up as for the Halloween show?
No, I was, well, yeah, it's Jay Retard. Yeah, that's his favorite, like, musical artist. He sent me a picture.
Shirtless with blood all over.
Yeah, no, that's his dude. I
wasn't even sure if he dressed up.
Yeah. No, yeah, he just came from his house, dude.
Who's this? The guy with the skirt?
No,
it's David Davis. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah,
this is another guy. He's somebody else.
Yeah, Tommy Lutz. He's like our local wild man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I love Tommy, dude. He's a real good fella. Yeah, he runs jokes by me. I run stuff by him. I just ran a new one by him the other day. Tattoos are weird, right? Like you don't need to get a Hatchet Man tattoo, right? We can tell you didn't graduate high school. So that was a new one. He liked that one, so I'm gonna try it on Monday. We'll see how it goes.
Definitely. Anything else to promote? You got the spaced out shows are yours too, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just had the last one, or the most recent one last night. That was a lot of fun. Just a great lineup. Lily Flynn came in from near Philly, and then we had Zach Jack, Kern Singh. Who else? Andrew Glessner, Don Driscoll, Michael C. came in for a guest spot, and of course Darnell Fusen hosted the thing. It was a fun show. We didn't sell as many tickets for some reason. I don't know why, but it was still a great show, and everybody crushed and did really, really great. They're all total pros, dude. Yeah.
Is it a themed show? Like, is every show that set up like they're from a certain area or there's something in common?
So what I try to do with that show is the host and the headliner of the show. It's not really a headliner because they're all doing the same, length of time. But the host and the headliner are church regulars, right? So Darnell is obviously a church regular, so he gets to host it. And then Dom said he wanted to headline it, so I'd let Dom headline it. Everybody else in the middle there is either people that have never been to church that I think are very, very funny, or people that haven't been to church in a long time. Like Glessner hadn't been to church in a long time, and he's great. So I was like, I'm gonna take these people that don't get to come here very often, and I'm gonna give them the best possible scenario with church regulars, people that our crowd knows and likes. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the whole idea of the show. You know what I mean? It's just to give people like we're gonna sell tickets. That's another thing. It's like selling tickets is the next frontier. You know what I mean? It's like it's the one thing that none of us have really figured out. Maybe you did. I mean, you sold 32 fucking tickets for your headlining spot, dude. I mean, I was impressed as fuck about that. But it's that's the thing we all need to figure out. You know, and nobody's really talking about it. And a lot of people get confused about ticket sales because they're like, "Yeah, we're going to make money," and I'm like, "No, that's the wrong way to approach this. You're going to make $40. That's not what this is about. This is about filling rooms and having good shows." Right?
Absolutely.
That's what it's about. Like
you got to hit the streets, man. I'm telling you, it's tried and true.
I mean, it was amazing. Dude.
It's tried and true.
It was so cool because it had been really dry, and then all of a sudden, it was like the showroom is full, and it was incredible. That was a great show. Thank you again for letting me feature for you. That was a lot of fun, man.
No, it was cool, man.
Yeah.
You did great. So who books that show?
What, the Spaced Out show?
Spaced Out.
That's me. I book it.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we're just looking around for folks, man.
Sure.
We might take a little break and kind of, because like you mentioned, you see Spaced Out and it's really just a flyer and it's people I think are funny, but maybe I should make it more of a production. And that's kind of another thing like Sonny Etzler and I've been kind of talking about is like, and Zach Jack is like, let's make it a show. You know what I mean? Like that's more production and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like G.D. Fenderson's really good at that. He brings all sorts of he brings a bunch of shit with him. You know what I mean? And he makes it a show. Whether you like the show or not, bro. Oh man, that facial expression was amazing.
So Spaced Out, yeah. Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome, man.
So anything else you want to promote or?
No, man. Go see live comedy. Go check it out. Buy tickets. All these people are very funny. These guys are great. Go check them out wherever they are. Go to Church of Satire. Go to the Comedy Zone. Go down to Max's. Go to all the shows. Buy tickets. Have fun, man.
Get involved.
Get involved. Yeah, go do fun shit. And maybe start your own room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Start your own mic. Do a thing. You know what I mean? Take some responsibility. Go do a thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming.
Thank you
It
guys
was
so
great.
much. We really appreciate it.
And Rev, I saw you posted something. You're looking for comedians?
Yes, looking for comedians. Is it? There we go. Yeah, so just hit me up on Facebook, IG. If you're new, if you're amateur, if you're a pro, just hit me up, and I can see if I can get you on. So I've got some upcoming shows that I'm going to be booking. Just
All
hit
right.
me up, and I'll get you out there.
Nice. Looking good. All right. Well, thanks, gentlemen.
And it's paying gigs. I'm paying gigs.
Ooh.
It's paid. You get money.
Cash money. Here we go.
Cash money.
Your inbox is going to be full before you get home.
Well, I tell you what, everybody except two comics. I won't name them, but they better not fucking hit me up. They will never see the mic. Fuck them. Yeah.
Do their names rhyme with Gandhi Roldstein?
Oh, shit.
All right, guys. Thank you, David, for coming. Thank you, Rev. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.